What's happening, train enthusiasts, and welcome to part 2 of a run that we started on the previous video where we left Llandudno and we stopped here in Abergele. And today we continue the journey. And if you happen to miss part 1, you didn't see it, where we started in Llandudno, right up there in the top right hand corner there should be a I. If you click that, it will take you to part 1. Go and watch that, then come back and watch this one. So we're on Train Simulator 2018 actually, because this is North Wales coastal route. I had to think then what it was, I've forgotten, and they bundled it up as Railway Bobby. I think it was Railway Bobby. Was it Railway Bobby? I put in the comments yesterday, how you doing, buddy? So yes, if you actually want this North Wales coastal route, at the moment you've got to go out and buy Train Simulator 2018, and it comes part of that bundle, which is all very well if you haven't actually got the base game Train Simulator. So anyway, onwards, we're off to Rail. Let's go buy a stick of rock. Now I'm actually going to be quite interested, more so than the other routes, the other destinations on the way to Abergele, because I can remember this section of railway track quite well. So I'm going to be quite interested to see what it actually looks like as we go along here, because good old Wobblers has spent quite a lot of time down this particular section around this place down here, because we should go Towing. A place called Towing should be on the right hand side. It probably isn't going to be shown in the game, but the city wall there to the left, good old Wobblers has walked along the top of that many a time. And the holiday camps to the right there, I've actually cut over the railway lines because there should be a couple of bridges which cut through. Now normally there's a fair down here somewhere on the right hand side. I don't know whether they would have put that up, but these bridges, do you see this bridge here? I've stood on top of them bridges quite a few times watching the trains come underneath, and the bridges used to shake. I don't know whether they still do. They've probably changed the speed limits on the trains, but they used to shake when I was a lad, and I think I went down recently and I didn't quite get the feel of the bridge shaking, so I don't know, maybe they've reinforced them, but I doubt it. But I can remember these bridges, standing on top of these bridges, and the bridges would shake many years ago. That was probably when there was a lot older trains on the track. I don't know, but these camping sites here are all here where these caravans are, and these bridges are here. And up here, somewhere on the top right hand side, on the top left hand side, there should be a holiday camp called Golden Sands on the left. And this stone bridge here, you see this bridge here, that's the main road going down to Towing. It's got quite a sharp turn on it there, and this would be the entrance on the left to Golden Sands holiday camp. That's quite cool. Anyway, onwards to Rail. But the only bit they left out down there, as we've just come up that stretch, on the right hand side, there should have been a fair. There's normally a little fair, and you see quite a few trucks parked up and large generators. They haven't put that in. I mean, it's quite a focal point, that is. They should have put that in. So if you're watching this Dovetail games, you know, you should have put that in, really. You couldn't have missed that. There you go, there's the main bridge. Can you see in the distance there? We just got it. That's the main bridge going into Rail. That big steel blue bridge. Did you see it? Oh, let's turn that off. Yeah, and the lake, that's there. That's pretty cool. Is it the lake or the estuary? But yeah, that's pretty good. So we're coming into Rail. Again, I've been on this station a few times, Rail train station. So
the train coming in is driven by the WobblyCaptain.
I'm no good at train announcements. Here we go. I'm still a novice playing this game, by the way. If you've never seen me playing these train games before, I am an absolute novice. I know nothing about trains, and I don't pretend to know anything about them whatsoever. I tend to slow down at the moment far too quickly. I either slow down far too quickly or go in far too fast. But I will get the hang of it. I just love how you can actually sit inside the trains and the carriages and look out the windows as a passenger. I mean, regarding this train simulator, I've had it quite a long time. But I brought the bundle package because I wanted this North Wales coastal route, because I sort of live up this end, or not too far away, or I've got many childhood memories of being out here, and I do visit this part of the country quite often. So I did buy, I was forced to buy the bundle, the bundle package. But previously I had neglected Train Simulator quite a lot because the optimization of the game, I find on my PC, because it's not a top spec PC, the optimization of the game is very, very, very poor. But this particular bundle on this North Wales coastal route, I do find is actually optimized quite better than some of the previous bundles and DLC that I actually have, because I personally think some of them are quite poor optimization wise, and it spoils it for me for playing the game, because I do like it to look visually decent. Now that doesn't bother you, you're not bothered, are you? But I like it to look reasonably nice, and this particular North Wales coastal route I have found to be slightly better optimised. And I just love Train Sim World Heavy Haul. That looks mighty good. Oh, off we go! We're now on his way down to good old Prestatyn. And I tell you what, we forgot by a stick of rock back there at Rail train station. But mind you, who's been to Rail recently? That has changed over the years. Boy, they used to have a sun centre there, Rail Sun Centre. They shut it down. Have they knocked that down yet? They done anything with it? I think I was there last year or the year before, and it was still up, but it was all closed. Rail is changing a great deal. It used to be dead busy as well. Most of the people were down in Towing last August, and Rail was quite empty. And when I was down at Towing, I stopped off at that fair. There's a fair down at Towing, and there's the log flume. I went on that and I got soaked. I just remembered that. I got absolutely soaked. I got to the top when it comes down, and as I'm at the top, I'm looking down, and I thought, I'm too old for this. And you can't get off it, can you? Because you're up there, and I went whoosh straight down, and I got soaked. Oh dear. It's funny how the memories come flooding back when you're driving a train through these places where you spent a lot of time. So we're going to be soon approaching Prestatyn, and this is where I should be thinking about possibly slowing this train, this locomotive down. Class 158. It's quite a nice train to drive, this, as I found. Especially if you're a novice, it's a nice, reasonably easy. Well, it's very easy to drive. I'm probably doing it all wrong, but I'm enjoying it.
The train stopping at Prestatyn, platform 1, is due in shortly, and will be further stopping at Flint and Shotton.
Well, I think anyway. I don't know, can't remember. Got that noise again as I'm slowing it down. Is that normal, or am I doing something wrong? Let me know in the comments below.
The train now arriving on platform 1. Its next destination will be Flint. All aboard.
Oh dear. There's no sounds in the station, is there? The sound engineer down at Dovetail. I'll call it Dovetail because I've got a... It's actually Dovetail Games, isn't it? I swear I called it Dovedale Games earlier. I get mixed up. I very easily do get mixed up. The sound engineer down at Dovetail Games needs to work on the station sounds, because a lot of the add-ons in and around them stations, the sounds are lacking. Even on Train Sim World, Heavy Haul, Eastern Express, and what's that other new one they've add-on for that game they brought out? Anyway, the station sounds, they're all... Well, put it this way, they could be better. They need improving. They need to work on that. It'll make the game a heck of a lot better. Now, internally, the sound on this train, I think's okay. I think I mentioned that in video 1. A little bit more tweaking, sound engineer. A little bit more tweaking. It's what you need to do. So, next stop is Flint. I think this particular scenario that we're doing on North Wales coastal run here actually stops in Shotton, and that's where we finish. There is, however, other service routes and other scenarios where you, I think you can go as far up as Chester. I will, no doubt, I will be doing a video going up to Chester another time, because I'm off and on this game quite a lot just recently. And I'm sure you can go from Chester down to Crewe. So I think you get Crewe, the line going down to Crewe as well. I'm pretty sure you can, because I think you can also start in Crewe, go up to Chester and come into Wales. No doubt I'll be doing them jobs in later videos. Oh, turn that off. It's definitely me, turn that off. I hate it when it does that. My heck, how far is it to Flint? Are we nearly there yet? I can't actually recall a train coming the other way yet. Have I missed one? Surely this line should be a little bit more busier. I don't know. But I'm not a rail expert. I can't recall seeing another train for a while. Oh, there you go. It's a Virgin, wasn't it? Oh, you don't see many of them about, do you? Slow it down, back it down, back it down. It's one of my main faults at the moment. Throttle control, brake control, and obeying the speed limits. It's not as easy as you think, is it? You think, oh, you know, a game like this is going to be quite boring, but once you get into it, there's actually quite a lot in the actual game, especially when you get onto the shunting side and you've got to change the lines and find your way around and everything. I was doing a little bit of that the other day and I got lost. So lines like this, the service routes to scenarios like this are great jobs for the novice driver because they are relatively easy. The majority of the signals seem to be on green, so you can't really, you know, you can't really go wrong very often. The advanced warning system, whatever it is, used to get me at first because that would be enabled and my train would keep stopping, and it took me a while to figure out why does my train keep stopping. It's because you have to keep pressing that little button, don't you? I see one or two novices fall victim of that. On various forums, you occasionally see somebody asking why their train just randomly comes to a halt. Well, as a noob, that got me because I knew nothing about that. Is it the AWS? I presume it stands for Advanced Warning System. I didn't know anything about that. Give me a steering wheel and I'm fine, but put me in the train and I'm dangerous. And my main fault is I tend not to read instructions. I know there's manuals for the game, various manuals, and for the locomotives and learning the signals and everything like that, but as in real life I tend to throw the instruction book away and just learn from my mistakes. So here we go, we're coming into Flint. This looks, it looks quite a small station. Can't recall what Flint station actually looks like, but we're on the outside cameras going in. Does it look familiar to anybody? The church there on the right hand side, I think I've just seen. And the two tower blocks there. Are they there in real life? I imagine they are. Look at him, look, checking his time. Oh look, he's looking at you, giving me the evils. Did you see that? Did you see that guy looking at his watch there? It's a nice little touch from Dovetail Games there. I won't call it them Dovedale. I wonder how many times I've called them Dovedale Games. Dovedale, Dovedale. I'm going to have to drum that into myself. Write it down.
Shall the train arriving at platform 1? All aboard for Shotton.
I'll put my own sounds in. I'll have to get a whistle. Flint. Oh, got that funny noise again. Off the brakes. Turn the bell off. Turn that bell off. And it's still raining. I might do this this run in the sunshine. Do you get the option to change the weather in this game? I don't think you do you? Anyone tell me in the comment section below, because I've looked, I don't think you can. I know in Train Sim World you can change the weather, which is brilliant. You can have all different scenarios: autumn, summer, spring, winter, rain, sunshine, snow. You can change it all. In this one you can't, can you? But I do love that Train Sim World. It is nice and shiny. It's on the Unreal Engine, isn't it? I think it's still a learning curve for them. But I reckon they're going to put out some awesome stuff on that. It's nice and shiny, really good. Even better if you've got a top spec PC, I expect. It'll look real nice. I think oh, turn that off, wake up Wobbly, turn that off. You can't fall asleep as a driver, can you, with that warning system? Always get excited when a tunnel comes up. And I think we've got another one. according to that little map down at the bottom. I'll tell you what, that guy in that brown suit there, did you see him? He gets about a bit in the game. Looking at that map guide at the bottom there, this Shotton, it looks quite a small station. I don't know, again, that's another station I've probably ever been on a train and gone through. Can't recall what it actually looks like. I'm familiar with Rail and down at Towin and Prestatyn and them parts of the country up here, but can't quite remember these little places. Let's slow down the train. So I'm sure on this scenario, this is the end of the line. I think another driver then takes over and takes it on to Chester. We don't actually do that on this scenario. Give him a little peep of me horn. So the overall run has been approximately 1 hour, because we started in part 1 in the previous video. We actually started from Llandudno. I chopped the video in half just for rendering and uploading to YouTube. There we go. Have I overshot? I wasn't looking. Have I overshot Shotton? Look at that. An epic mistake towards the end. Oh. No, I haven't. No, I'm on. We're on. We're on at the front. We're on at... No, I'm on at the back. Is that the back? That's the back of the train. It's only a small... It's actually only a small station, isn't it? And that's the front of the train there. So this train doesn't actually fit on the station. Well, there we go. Job well done. Thanks for watching, guys. Look out for future episodes of Wobbly's adventures on the rails.